Adidas, Nike, Vans and Converse are shoes that everybody loves. But rising up with a new look is a sneaker brand that's making a comeback. Seen on Hollywood celebrities like Orlando Bloom, Feiyue has finally hit Singapore's shores.
I think that the most importantly, it's very stylish and it's very current. So it's gonna be very popular with the young generation. Yeah.
I think the shoes are very authentic. It captures the simplicity of a shoe.
It's the simplicity and the mix of material and the story that they try to convey in the shoe itself. It's different from any other sneakers that we see in the market.
Yeah, it's got like something really close to us Asians. It's one of like the first Asian sneaker brand. So I think it's something that like we Chinese especially should embrace.
I think they're quite interesting. They're quite different to other sneakers I've seen before. I like the name actually. I'm a big fan of Chinese culture, so I like the original story about the brand. It's cool.
So it seems that the simplistic design and rich history of the brand is what's making it a hit here. But what is the story of Feiyue? Stay tuned to find out. Who would have thought that what was once the staple footwear for peasants and martial artists in China will now be making its way around the world as shoes worn by Hollywood celebrities? Feiyue, a shoe brand dealing with lightweight plimsolls, was started in the 1920s in Shanghai and was known as a cheap and comfortable pair of shoes that went for as little as 35 to 40 yuan, or 7 to 8 Sing dollars. But all these changed when 3 Frenchmen bought over the company and revamped the image of Feiyue. Now it's selling in 14 countries worldwide, the cheapest pair going for at least 79 Sing dollars. We ask French co-founder of Feiyue what is the brand's X factor that differentiates it from other sneakers.
The thing with Feiyue is that it has already a rich heritage that somehow is changing, but I would say is more evolving since we took over in 2006. So it's really a blend of a past, a present and a future, which really differentiates Feiyue as a brand really from other brands. Then of course you have the product itself, which for some models I think has a pretty unique character versus other major brands or especially American brands, which are really different looking from the Feiyue today.
What caught your eye about Feiyue when you decided to buy it over from the Chinese company?
I think it's pretty much like a personal, a feeling and emotional story when we decided to start. My partner Patrice was the one who actually caught the fashion potential of Feiyue when he was living in China with me in 2005. And I think he was one of the first foreigners, a fashionable foreigner living in China, to wear the local Feiyue as a fashion accessory. Meaning not going for a Tai Chi session, but wearing cool everyday clothes. We had a real vision of bridging the cultural gap between China and the West through fashion.
Indeed, Nicola and his partners revamped the Chinese brand image with a European twist. But why didn't they think of changing the brand name to suit the twist too?
Because that would not be Feiyue anymore, I guess. I can't tell you we didn't think about it, because imagine Feiyue with these letters, the way you pronounce it, it's pretty difficult for foreigners to pronounce. And even the French today, where the brand is well known, they say Feiyue because they don't know that you have to pronounce the E at the end. But the name is such an important component of the brand that we felt we didn't have the right, we couldn't change it.
Is Feiyue aiming for a particular target group?
Honestly, not really. And I think this is another thing to answer your first question, how do you differentiate Feiyue from other brands? I would say besides our strong involvement with arts, so basically we can say that we are also targeting the artistic community more as a creative, on a creative side. But in terms of people who buy the products, the range is so diverse and different that actually a lot of people can find the Feiyue that suits their style and music style and clothing style.
Now that Feiyue is launching in Singapore, the brand has roped in 6 local artists to help create interesting designs inspired by Feiyue shoes. Stay tuned as RazorTV speaks to 3 of the designers.